Hi guys, guess what I found? Yes, a finished sketchbook that I did bring with me in Germany this summer, and it's full, so it's ready for a sketchbook tour. Okay, so the stickers here are from Alexandra Meta and Sketching Scarlet, and this is mine. Of course, this is a scroller box one. Oh, by the way, there's a little disclaimer here. I hate this sketchbook with a passion. I seriously hate it. I don't know what it is about it, but I hated drawing in it so much. I cannot explain it. It's crazy. This is a Fabriano Watercolour hardbound sketchbook. It's the smaller size they had, I think, and it's cold pressed watercolor paper, and it's I don't like watercolor paper that has a grain. This was in my vlog last time I updated. This lettuce, and okay, so I was planning the color to bring with me, and this is a stupid plein air sketch I did with my mom. Like, she did her own and I did mine. A girl with galaxy hair. It sparkles. I don't know if you can see it. Whatever. I felt like drawing a room, and this was a cool place that we found in my city, and it's like a bakery. It's really cool, and it had this sort of cakes and stuff, and it was really nice. And I wanted to doodle while I was waiting for our eggs Benedict. This is a bougainvillea tree that I think it's a tree. It's a plant. I don't know. It's full of them here. So this is a watercolor reception, except this is water soluble graphite, and this is Inktense. And this, I think this was from Pinterest. Here I got my buff titanium, and I tried to mix it with all of my travel colors to see which pastels it could create, and they are absolutely amazing. This is one of my new favorite mixing colors. And this was a girl on Pinterest. I think this is an actress, but of course I drew her, and it's different from the original because I didn't want to make a portrait. The sapphire from the episode in which she split with Ruby. Oh. A shop in London. Pancakes, because I love blueberry pancakes, and I love baking them mostly, because whenever I bake some sweet, I just don't feel like eating them, so it's good for diet. I don't know what it is. I'm probably too nauseated at the end of it. Silly girl. Those were from Pinterest, and I was supposed to just draw in some details with gold, but I just got lazy. I didn't even shade this one, because I didn't like it as much. And Ouija boards, a girl with a Ouija board, and random girl in a cape, random floating girl. And oh my god, I have a problem with drawing people with huge animal like heads. It's a thing, I don't know. And I drew the grown-up version, the grayish brownish one of the same animal as a pet, because it's less cute, so it's a pet. It's not like animals aren't cute, but like, you know, a pink axolotl, it's more suited for a pretty girl. That's what I'm saying. Yes. And legs from here to homeward, and random animal. I think I wanted to mix together a fox and an otter, but I don't know if I succeeded. It's pretty cute. I just like his butt. Oh, I gave up on this. This was a, of course, a fan art from Steven Universe, but I couldn't remember the colors of the house, and I was too lazy. I didn't like it as much. The perspective is all off, and it wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it at all. Sweets! Because I love hot cocoa and cups. So of course I had to draw some of both. And lips, because I love me some nice plump lips. And yeah, this is graphite, yeah, water soluble graphite again. And I think this is watercolor, because I wanted to add a pop of color. This reminds me of bluish. Might be because of the cheek shading? I don't know, but this was myself melting because we had a really hot summer. And a Rapunzel that I did at the hospital, and shoes and a random guy. This was a Korean barbecue setting because I was really craving it. Like, I never had it because we don't have it here, but I was looking for a place to visit while in Berlin, and of course we had to plan where to eat, and I just I found out that they had this kind of thing, this Korean barbecue, and it was amazing. We had it like last day, and it was superb. Pugs, no, just one pug, and cats. This is Shabri from Rather Bros 2, just the comic I've drawn lately. And this is me and all of the junk food that we ate. We ate a lot. It was all delicious. I just love coffee places that sell like sweets and stuff, because I have a really huge sweet tooth. I'm not even sorry about that. This was the Fritz Cola. It was definitely one of the best things ever, because it's less, I feel like it's less sweet than Coke. Oh, this was the museum of like not I don't know how it's called in English. It's basically, it's historical nature. You have everything, and it's a museum that collects everything that's been on Earth, basically from day one going forward. So there's skulls, there's taxidermy animals, there's There's dinosaurs too. It was really, really cool. And of course that draw skull. This was, I think it was a tiger? Birds. I really like this kind of bird. It has this huge Max Scrooge hair. It was hilarious. A huge breakfast, and I avoided drawing the thousands of wasps that were flying around my plate that day. It was horrible. It was full of wasps. And I'm allergic. Highly allergic. Ramen? Yeah, ramen. And this is what, like, my outfit of the day for most of the days. Basically mostly daytime outfits. And yeah, it's pretty lame. And oh my god, my feet were killing me. This was one of the gate of the zoo, but I couldn't get in the first time I went there because there were too many people in line and I just couldn't make it. My feet were killing me. This was a place, I think it was in front of Modular, and there was this house with grass and moss on the roof, and it was absolutely beautiful, and I wanted to remember it. Oh, I like this page. This was the Jewish museum, and it was really, really intense. It was full of memorabilia, and there were some installment. They were really, really intense, as I said. Like one of them was made you feel like you were there, like you felt alone and empty, and the whole purpose of that installation was to feel that void, to just actually taste the sadness, and it worked so well. It was insane. And there was this other attraction, this other installment, and it was basically you could hear people, like it was like chains or something, and it was basically just a ground full of those faces. It was full of faces. They were all different. There were smaller ones, slimmer ones, fatter ones. They were all different, and you basically had to walk over them, which is a strong symbolism, of course. And the sound you made you feel like there was sadness and cold, and like there were prisoners around, and it was really, really amazing, and I loved it. And yeah, it was, I would really love to go there again. It's weird, but yeah, it was really, really good experience. This was the Garden of the Memory. I didn't make it right because this is from memory, but it was like this square of concrete with those concrete towers, and they were slightly tilted, so it didn't feel right. And on top they had this, I think it was olive plants, and they fell slightly over you, and it was weird. And walking between those pillars, you know, I can't really explain it, but there's light, and then there's this sudden lack of light, and then there's this light again. It's weird. I know it's like being under bars, but it's not really. It's weird and powerful, and I loved this museum so much. Oh, and I met with Sketching Scarlet. If you don't know her, I will put a link maybe somewhere on screen, and maybe in the description box below. She's an artist on YouTube. She makes amazing videos. I love her. She was so sweet. She gave me presents and she kept me company, and we went all together into this Bosner. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's a huge art supply store, and it has tons of stuff that we can find here. It's amazing, and it's sort of like a supermarket, which is, it might sound silly to you because you probably have like Michael's and stuff like that, but in Italy, art stores are totally different. They are small places with wooden cabinets, and it tends to be, you know, dark, because we have this thing that, you know, light could ruin pigments and stuff, so they tend to be all dark and moody and weird, and it's a totally different experience, and it was really liberating, to be honest. I loved this place, so I went there like twice. And we had pizza, and this is basically a drawn haul of what I got, art supplies wise. And this is me with my feet killing me again, because I have problems, like I have problems with my bones, so in my feet, so it was really a pain, and we had to walk all day, and it was really painful, and I just felt like drawing it. And two random girls, because I felt like I deserved some guilt pleasure. And gyoza, and yeah, basically this is a food recap. And we went to a place that was so good. I can't remember the name. It was maybe Transit, and you basically had a fixed price, and you could order as much as you wanted for like that single price. Like every one of those small cups had a price, and you could order as many as you wanted, of course. And everything was delicious. There were these shrimps with mayonnaise and wasabi. It was absolutely gorgeous. And this is me enjoying my tapioca pearls in coconut milk, because I love tapioca so much. And I finally got to the zoo. And this was my ticket. This is perfection. I just love flamingos so much. They are so silly. And yes, from here on I think it's all animal studies from the zoo. Yeah. This was a plant that plant was actually part of the zoo. And I just took a photo and then I drew it here. This is washi tape, because I felt like this piece was too empty, so I just placed it here. Just quick animal studies. And this is a swatch/test page. I don't usually do this kind of things, but I started recently, and it helped me to understand better this paper that I said I don't like it. I don't like this paper. I hate it with passion, because it just consumes all of my migrants. I know it's of course, because the paper is rougher, but I'm just too attached to being able to ink, so I just didn't like it at all. And that is it for this sketchbook. This is my last one, and if you liked it, please comment down below and leave it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel if you want to be updated with more things that I do, more drawings, more random stuff. So I will see you next time, I think. So bye.